Hi, welcome to Sunrun. I've just kicked some noisy chickens out of the greenhouse. Hopefully we can get on with this. Today we are up potting some tomatoes from these overcrowded yellowing guys over here to happier looking, spaced out, well pruned guys over here. So the first thing we're going to need is bigger pots. I have some little 4-inch rounds and those are going to work probably until these guys get in the ground in a few weeks. I like to add a bit of soil to the bottom just to keep the roots from getting any air. They don't like air. And loosen our victim from his cell. I like this guy. It helps if you squeeze the bottom a little. These are very old and brittle. And then I've only got one hand, so I'm going to do this the crude way and pull him out. There goes his name tag. Now, as you can see, all of these little nodes up the stem. See how the stem is hairy? Focus. There we go. Those have the potential to become new roots. Hairy stem things like tomatoes and snapdragons have this great advantage. So we can plant them deeper and lose some of this useless height on our leggy tomato plant. So I'm just putting him on his side so I can do this one-handed. I like to loosen the roots at the bottom. If a plant is particularly root bound, like has lots of roots circling around, sometimes they just continue to circle around the shape of the beginner pot instead of spreading out, and we want them to spread into nice solid foundations for our plant. And we're going to put him as deep in this pot as we can go. I think I'm going to leave these lower leaves on. They look pretty healthy. And I've got just a pro mix of soil. It doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it. Now would be a great time if you want to add some compost or some composted manure. And we're going to give it a sprinkle and start packing it in, one-handed here, around our plant. All sides, just pack it in. Not so hard that we're crushing roots or stems, but hard enough that the soil is going to support our guy and we get rid of any air bubbles. There we go. A little more. It's very hard to do this one-handed. You have an advantage. Now the yellow in these guys means that they are lacking in nitrogen. And we don't fertilize with anything until they get planted into the greenhouse here. So hopefully a new dose of soil will help him out here. And I'm trying to make sure he's centered. A little crooked, but we'll be fine. I don't want to get my soil too close to these bottom leaves. I don't want them to rot, so that's as high as I'm going on this one. And add back in a tag. I like to label every one of my tomato plants because invariably when I lay them out to plant, I confuse who's who. So there we go. When I water him, that'll press the soil down and really get him set in there. And these guys will stay indoors for another couple weeks till the greenhouse is above probably 5 or 6 degrees at night. So there's some much happier looking tomatoes. I hope you have good luck with yours. Leave any questions or comments below. Thanks for watching.